Hey everyone, welcome to the Summer 21 channel update. Wow, that sounds really formal and I hate it. But that's what we're going with. So the big news that's happening right now is that for the next couple of months, I'm hoping to upload a few more videos a week, maybe like 2, 3, possibly 4, depending on my schedule and time and, willingness to play games and upload them. But I need to give you guys some updates. I have a new mic coming. That way, I don't know if you heard it, but I kind of, in editing the most recent episode of Alien Isolation, I kind of heard my computer whistling or the sound was doing something weird. And I think that getting a new mic should fix that. I hope it does. I'm also going to be redecorating this room. We had to basically get my room fumigated, or our rooms fumigated in my apartment. One of my roommates ended up with bed bugs, but we took care of that. And thankfully it's all over with. So yeah, I'm going to be redecorating. You're going to see a couple of tapestries and some artwork and stuff like that. Now, on to the whole reason that we're here, which is to discuss the games that are coming up. So, Alien Isolation. I've been kind of noticing that Alien Isolation hasn't been very popular with views lately, which, to be fair, it's not that enthralling in the way that I play it, because I'm a very cautious person, and that game truly immerses me. Like, I basically empathize with Amanda Ripley in that game, and I'm like, nope, gotta stay quiet. Gotta stay quiet, unless, I realize, oh wait, I'm recording, I should be saying something, because I don't have the sound feature on the game that allows you, the player, to be heard, which there is a feature in the game for that, and it's terrifying. I don't want to play it that way. I want to actually, sit there and let you guys enjoy it as well and watch me fumble around on it, which is exactly what's going on. I'm going to try and make those a bit more succinct. Maybe they're too long, I'm thinking. So I'm going to try and see if maybe shortening them a little bit would work better. Just to see if that draws any more views. Because they're each like 45 minutes to an hour long. I'm kind of, or more in a couple of cases, I'm kind of leaning more toward a 30 to 45 minute cutoff point in general for games from now on. Kind of like what I was doing with Diablo 3, which leads into what happened with that. Basically, the last time that I played it, I played for a solid hour and a half, and then the footage got corrupted completely. No sound, no visual, completely corrupted. The problem with that is that Diablo 3 is an active save file. So I can't go back to where I was originally. So I'm going to have to start over. I'm not going to restart the whole game, but I am going to figure out where I ended the last episode and start recording as close to there as possible. And we'll pick that up soon. After those two games, or maybe after Alien Isolation, I'm going to play The Wolf Among Us, which is, I kind of mentioned it in the last game. I'm going to play The Wolf Among Us. It's only 5 episodes, I believe, 5 or 6 episodes, and they're each like an hour long, maybe an hour and a half in some cases. But it's very story-driven, kind of dark fantasy. You basically play the big bad wolf and are trying to save what's known as Fableland from, evil fables, evil fairy tale characters. It's really fun. It's based on Vertigo's comics called Fables. And like I said, it's a lot of fun. It's a little old. It's one of Telltale's first games, but I've played through it once before, and man, I love it. After that, some big news. I decided to forego, at least for the moment, to forego Resident Evil Village. I pre-ordered it, I did everything else, but because I haven't played Resident Evil 7 on here yet, I kind of decided not to play it. That way, if you don't know anything about Resident Evil, you won't be completely lost. Because Resident Evil Village basically picks up, I believe, right where Resident Evil 7 left off. And I don't want people to be lost in that game. I kind of like getting games going where they are, where they're supposed to be. However, I did pre-order as of about 3 hours ago the newest installment in the Warhammer 40k or 40,000 video game series called Necromunda Hired Gun. It's a first-person shooter. You play in the 40k universe as a bounty hunter, which is really exciting because you're like a bounty hunter. You're going all over the 40k galaxy, it looks like, or you're just focusing on one planet called Necromunda. You have like your trusty sidekick, which is a dog, and I'm really excited for that. But yeah, it's fully customizable role-playing experience. I'm so stoked for that. So if you enjoy first-person shooters, you enjoy Doom-style violence, which is what it looks like it's based on, then you're going to love that. And I will probably be super hyped for that as well. That is basically it for the next few games that I want to talk about. The other big update is my other channel. I'm returning to it. I took kind of the year off from it. I got really invested in it last year during the beginning of the pandemic. But I kind of got away from it after a while because I was devoting so much energy to it, to preparing for it and to doing all that kind of stuff, that I just kind of burned myself out on it. So what I'm going to be doing is, it's a ministry channel. It's called Crooked Branches Ministry. I'm trying to become a pastor. But once a week, I'm going to be posting a, short, 15, 20 minute, 30 minute at the longest on there. Be it, a sermon or just a reading and a little bit of a homily about the reading. It's not going to be all biblical. It is going to be predominantly Christian. But for the most part this summer, it's going to have a very Celtic flavor to it. I follow heavily the Celtic Christian tradition, so I've been diving into that the last couple of months, and I'm really diving deep into it, and I want to share the messages that I'm getting from it with people that would want to listen. So I'm going to link that in the description below, as well as in the one of the windows at the end of this video. I'm also looking at possibly starting another channel. I haven't decided what it's going to entail yet. My idea is that it would deal with storytelling and mythology, and maybe even corresponding ancient mythology or ancient storytelling with modern things. If you want to say it, comparative storytelling. Like one of the ones that I was wanting to do was comparing the various Mortal Kombats that have come out. With the newest one that I was about, I wanted to compare it with the one that came out in 95, the sequel to that one, which this last one had more in common with the sequel than the 95 one, which is sad. And then, talking about the TV shows, there were 2 of them. And then the game, and how they all kind of either make some sort of weird canon, or they go off on weird tangents or things like that. And I just kind of want to explore that for a little bit. I'm also considering adding things like Star Wars to it, Star Trek, modern storytelling that we do, pop culture kind of stuff, and interweaving ancient storytelling ideas into it, kind of like where they may have had their ideas or something. Along with that, I'm waiting on getting permission to use a few people's independent musicians' music at the end of my videos. I don't know if it's appropriate to use it for, like, my video game plays, but maybe on my Crooked Branches or this new channel, if I start it up, using it there. I don't know yet, but I'm waiting to see if I could get some more information and which songs they would want me to use. It could become a copyright issue. I need to find out. I'm going to try it once and see what happens. But as far as I know, they still have rights to their music, not necessarily the record label, because I believe they all got their music independently done. But anyway, I'm going to stop rambling, and I'm going to let you guys go.
Is he alive?
Isaac Clarke. I'm going to show you some images, and I want you to tell me about them.
It was just a short blip. There's so much shit in my head.